Am I live? So I'm just starting out on a walk here, and I realize that other people are live right now. Please don't feel like you need to be over here. Please go support those other channels. But if you notice my title, it says Fat Chicks Don't Ride Horses. And I wanted to make a video on Friday and show you everything that I went shopping for. And I just ran out of time. Hi, Scott. And I also wanted to make a video yesterday. And because of this journey I started on, I ended up with a bad migraine. And so just to let you know what this journey is, had to stop doing what I'm doing, which was basically sitting in bed, watching YouTube for hours on end, stuffing my face with things that I shouldn't be stuffing them with. Hi, Scott. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Rem. Thank you for all coming in. I did pin up the link if people want to come up and go with me on this walk. But Friday, I went shopping for the food that I need, and yesterday I started what is called 3 weeks to shredded. Now, it is a meal plan for UFC fighters who are going into the octagon, but sorry about that, guys. I keep forgetting that as I walk away from my Wi-Fi, my phone switches to the phone service or whatever you call that. So I'm not sure if you caught the end of it. Yes, Scott, it was buffering because it is switching. Yeah, Des, don't worry about it. You go and support Gary there. I always thought too, if I had nobody here, I could make this into a regular video content later. But this plan that I'm on writes down every ingredient that I need, and it writes down the times that I should exercise. Now, on a regular working day, I cannot exercise at 11 o'clock. And I was going to start this walk at 11 o'clock, and then I started watching Al. So this is why I'm an hour late. But I thought I would take you guys. Did I say hi, Rem? Thought I would take you guys all the way to the back of the property, see if there's any action there. Although I don't have the camera on me, I do have my orange toque on. I'm not sure. I'm going to guess that this is the last weekend of hunting. But you're going to hear me huffing and puffing because I am out of shape. I don't know if I've exercised in probably 2 years other than doing chores outside. So the reason I want to get in shape is because I know that come spring, I need to start training the colts that you guys have seen in other videos. So, hi, Madwood. So I can see my dogs have been running around this corner a lot because I never go here, and they've got this path beaten down here. Yes, I've got red bone coonhounds, and right now, I'm not sure how many are around me, but 7 dogs are loose. So, hi, Nora. Yes, I love watching UFC too, and I wish I could be that fit, and that's just not the story. On a positive note, just from yesterday, starting the meal plans, and about halfway through the day, I had my second meal, I should say, which was dinner. And I ended up having to lie down because the headache was so intense. And I did take Advil for it. And that was it. That was my day. I never made it to supper because I never woke up. I think it was about midnight that I was out doing my chores. And This is why I am on this plan, because I want to stop doing what I was doing. It's not healthy. And if you can hear me huffing and puffing, I am living an unhealthy life right now. But it stopped as of yesterday. Hi, Dark Lord. Sorry if I missed anyone else. I see there's 9 in chat. The other thing is, I think our temperature is sitting just above 0 right now. And there's not going to be many opportunities for me to go out and actually do things like this. Hi, handicapped traveler. So the one thing that I've never done on a live or any video, I guess maybe I did do it in my first ever vlog, was travel through what I call our ravine. I'm not sure what the correct definition of a ravine is. We just got a little hill that will have melt off flow through it. There is no river at the bottom of it. Scott, do you have snow there right now? Ours is kind of half melted. I should be walking faster, but I also don't want to slip. Raining all day. None? Well, I like this amount of snow that we have. It's not so much that can't get anywhere, but Christmas is coming and I do like to have white. Another thing that I want to be prepared for is I've asked my dad for the sled that he said I could have. It's a horse sleigh. Oh, it's been a year at least. But I don't know what you call the poles that go on each side of a horse when it's a single horse sleigh. But in order to do that, you have to be, my horses aren't greatly trained. So I have to be alert. I have to be ready to jump off. I know years ago when I had Jack on a pallet, it was just connected to the harness. And so if he stopped abruptly, we could continue sliding right into his legs. That never did happen because Jack is a good horse. But I know that we drove him through a bank because I did not know where you shouldn't go with a horse. And he was up to his belly in snow. And we pretty much fell. When I say we, it was my daughter and I. We pretty much fell off the pallet and had to unhook him and walk him back to the house, because you're not supposed to drive your horse in 2 and 3 foot drifts. But now I know. So, not sure what you guys are hearing. I don't live too far from the highway and I can hear that traffic right now. But everything you see is mine. Hi, Forensic. And I see Jamie saying hi to Debbie. I miss them. Hello, Debbie. Live and learn, definitely. And that is why Jack, if you've ever seen him in my shorts, I think I have one short called Jack. He's the sorrel horse, brown horse I have. He's very good for beginners. While I've been around a team of horses all my life, because my dad still to this day goes into the forest to cut down wood for his stove. I never took part in it. I was just an observer of it all. I never did put the harness on the horses, and to this day, I still have to ask them what's the correct way of hooking them up. But it's something I'd like to do more and more of. I don't know. I guess I enjoy that as part of winter more than actual riding because I grew up with it. And it's something I miss and something I'd like to do. But, yeah. Debbie, is it Drock or Drake? And so I'm going to go all the way. I'm going to walk on the top here. This is quite the workout for someone who hasn't worked out in ages. And this plan I'm on has pre and post snacks. I do adjust things a little. They want me to drink coconut water, and I'm not keen on that. But I did buy some to see maybe if my attitude has changed towards it. Thank you, Jamie. It is Drock. Okay. Now I'll just have to remember that. Oh, this snow is still here. I don't know if it got blown up in this area or it's because it's next to the bush line. It doesn't melt in the sun. I don't know if you guys can hear me huffing and puffing, but this is all part of getting healthy again, right? Yes, handicapped traveler. Oh, and I was thinking if it sounds that bad, what I can do is take this video, take the audio out, put some nice music in, and then it can just be a scenic winter walk. I was hoping we could see some deer tracks as well. Maybe find if they're sleeping at the bottom of my ravine. And Debbie, I've never heard of that type of candy. Yes, thankfully my gimbal isn't too heavy. I'm gonna have to switch hands eventually, but it's fairly late. Yes, but Dark Lord, if you could see, I'm a pretty slow walker. I guess we'll find out at the end of 3 weeks what I was able to do. Again, like I said, I'm not a UFC fighter. I'm not trying to get in the octagon. I do not expect to be ripped and ready for weigh-in. This is about resetting myself to eat healthy, to stop with all the junk food. I also have Hashimoto's, which is thyroid. Which one was it? The one when you get really tired, not the one where you're really energetic and burn off a lot of calories. So it's kind of like when you quit, similar to, not exactly like, but quit smoking or quit drinking, you got to reset yourself into healthy habits. And so this is what I'm doing. Get off soy. Yes, Dark Lord, I do not eat any soy. I avoid breads. If I do have, I will have a wrap because it is a very small amount compared to whether if I had a sandwich or something like that. But yeah, I don't eat sugar. And I'll tell you, I did sugar overload on Friday because I got those jams from Jesse and Lisa. And of course, I wanted to try them before I started this. So I think I went through 2.5 jars. So I really pigged out before this started. But those jams will be there for after these 3 weeks. And then I can enjoy them for Christmas or something like that. Hi, David. Hi, Shaz. What did I miss here? She went from sleeping 4 hours a night to 18 straight. Did somebody get... It's hypothyroidism is the one I got. No, Hashimoto's is hypothyroidism, and Graves' disease is when you have the superactive thyroid. Yes, Shaz. Okay, I went back to your comment. Yeah. So the reason I got off of living healthy is my own fault. It did have to do with what was going on in the world over the past 2 years. But let's jump back, let's say maybe 10 years. And I'm going to do a video. I might use it as a thumbnail and go live tomorrow on my Monday magging. I was thinking about what I'm doing right now. I'm not ready to share my weight. Why? It's embarrassing, but I'm not embarrassed to tell you once I've seen some success. And I know I will get there. But going back 10 years, I hit my all-time high of 250. And I only have one picture of me because I was too embarrassed to take any pictures. And it is standing in front of a grizzly bear. He's got a scent of something. So then I started exercising, eating healthy. I found this Mike Dolce. This is the plan that I'm starting of his. And I got super fit. For myself, I was super fit. And when you have your muscle tone, you have your abs, you hold your shoulders up, your posture is correct, and boy, do people hate on you. I think I got probably 2 insults for every compliment I got. People do not like you when you're fit and healthy. They think you're stuck up, you're in a good mood, they think you're bragging, and I don't know, it's something I have to work on, how to deal with the people who are unhappy for your health and happiness. But I don't know if you guys can tell because this all just looks like flat ground. I am going down 60 to 80 feet right now. So I will be walking very slow because I do not want to slide down this hill. And the thing is, it's not just flat ground. Underneath the snow, there are molehills and everything like that. So, and this is the back end of my property as well. Yes, Dark Lord meant it. There's no pleasing other people. If you're overweight and unhealthy, they look at you like you're disgusting. You get healthy and feel great, and they want you to be miserable like them. You know, Shaz, I always wanted to do a live like this, but I saw you were doing it, and I'll put you on, and I can't chat because I'm driving to work, but I love watching your walks. Yes, Dark Lord Minute, and that is why I'm doing it, because I want to get back to where I can just jump into the saddle. When you think the stirrup should be at least 18 to 24 inches off the ground, and you shouldn't have to pull on that saddle. You should be stepping into the stirrup and stepping into the saddle. So I have all winter while those colts are growing to get fit, and hopefully in the spring I can get them in the round pen and start working with them. Yes, self-confident. And that's what I say, because once you start doing abs and you get those abs, your posture becomes proper. And I've known from experience, people do not like it when you have proper posture. I can see we all have the same mindset there. It's weird how the view looks like you're just walking on a flat surface, but I'm not. Let's see if I can turn around and show you. That is where I came from. So that is well above my head right now. And I'm only halfway down the hill. This is the back of my property, and I thought one day, these trees were not here when I first moved here. Been here 16 years now. Hi, Sheena. And they're saying hi to a surfer. I must have missed. I only see 2 or 3 comments at once right now. So sorry if I missed you, but thank you for coming in. I see there's 16 already. What was I saying? Oh, when I can collect enough cash, I want to get the, what do you call it? Oh, when you figure out where your boundaries are, what is that? Um, Man, the word is escaping my mind right now. You know, where you hire the engineers and they come and stake out your property? I want to get that done so I know exactly where the corner of my property is because it's somewhere in this area. And then I would like to hire guys. Survey. Yes, thank you, Smokey. And welcome in. I'd like to have a dugout here because I know where you see the dark line of trees here. Um, there is the neighbor's fence line in those trees somewhere. And when I first moved here, I tried to go see where it was. And I was wearing rubber boots. And you think you're on solid ground, but it's not. It's boggy in there. And the last step I took was an inch below the top of my rubber boots. And you get sucked in. And I thought, I am backing up before I go completely under because you never know with a boggy area. So I know that in this area, maybe hundreds of years ago, there used to be a river. I know that my neighbors are on the same elevation and they have a dugout near this because it runs all the way to their property. And so, hello, Dawn. Um, I'm pretty sure that if we dug up a dugout, I could have my own water pond. And I'm also waiting. Um, I think I need like 10 grand to fence my whole property. Not cheap. Because I would love my horses to graze this area. The only ones that get to graze this area right now are what the wildlife is on my property. Is Bat? Oh, hello, Bat. I'd like to tilt you guys up a bit. So I see a lot of my new subscribers are in. That's great. Love the community I've been meeting over at Sheena's place. So right here you can see an opening between the trees. I could go through there. I'd be at the very back of my property. You've seen, if you watched my old videos, you've seen me go on a walk with my coonhounds up there. Except I'm at the bottom of the hill. The field is 8 feet high. Um, the only way I know that is because I go on Google Earth and check the elevation. It doesn't seem like it's 80, but when you walk up it, you're out of breath. June. Yes, Sheena always goes on very late. But I'm trying to watch more people who are health conscious, cooking with natural ingredients. It's kind of like, I know it's harder to quit drinking. It is not, I don't want to say this is just like it. To use an analogy, so if you're an alcoholic, you're trying to quit drinking, and all you did was go to the bar and hang out with people who were drinking, it might make your journey a little bit harder, right, Jason? And so what I am trying to do, and Sheena gave me this advice, if people are starting to eat junk food, if they're starting to get into the Christmas candy, I will leave the, if it's a live or video, I will leave it playing, but I gotta walk away. I can't watch it. We're losing outcomes. Isn't that Are you guys losing my connection? Somebody type in chat and let me know if you guys can still hear me. Got video, sound is going. I'm wondering if it's because I was in the wind It is definitely getting staticky. Is it still staticky? Because I will not walk through this ravine if it's that bad. Just fuzzy. I'm wondering if that was the wind. Can you hear me clearly now? Still. Well, I'm wondering if I should go into the clear area. No, it's not clear. This way is more fun, but I'm thinking the reception will be poor. This way, I might have a clearer signal. It sounds to me like the mic is trying to adjust for the wind. I'm not standing in the wind anymore. What should I do? Let's see. It sounds like wind cutting sound out. It's not the wind. There is no wind here. So I'm going to try and walk through this area as fast as I can, although that's not too fast. Keep going. I'm straight now, hopefully, because I'm at the bottom of the ravine. I don't know if you guys are catching every word of mine, but there is no wind here. And can you believe this area? I used to be able to drive my truck through here. When I first moved here, and there's a squirrel in the tree. Hard to focus on. Oh, there he is. I think it's just squirrels that they're barking at. But one thing I am noticing, those are deer tracks. You guys can let me know, are you hearing every second word of mine? No words? You must be hearing the dogs bark because of what Dark Lord said. Oh, I just snapped myself in the face with a tree. I think I need to come here this winter and burn some of this out. And I don't mean set fire to the bush. I mean get some of this deadfall and burn that up so that the pathway is a little bit clearer. I would say if it's getting fuzzy, hi Tiny Farm, it's because of the service down here. The one year that I did go hunting here, I would sit on this side of the ravine watching this side, and up through this side of the ravine there was a coyote walking. There's the dogs after that squirrel. Let's keep going here. I think when you exercise, you're supposed to keep your rate up, but I'm walking and stopping and walking and stopping. But I guess I should say too, what I'd like to do in the next 21 days, which is the 3 weeks, is keep an update. If not for my viewers, for myself. And just maybe, I don't know if every day would work, but every second day, just come on and update my progress. So, man, I cannot believe I used to drive through here. And I'm walking on a pathway. I do not think this pathway was created by my dogs. There are some pretty big hoof prints that are very old, but Got to be some good sized deer coming through here. And it's a perfect place for them to be, right? Because they're out of sight. And there should be no hunters here because this is my property and I have not given any permission. There. Hopefully you guys are keeping yourself entertained if you can't hear me. The dogs are traveling opposite of me, chasing after that squirrel. So this is a straight shot, level with my eyes, and where the dark turns to light in the trees there, that's the top of the ravine. So I know it's really hard to see or have that perspective when you're watching a live, but this would be a perfect place to have like a little winter camp and come out and build fires, have a cookout. There's another path here that the deer use. And I'm sure my dogs have gone on it a bit, tracking the scents. And it goes all the way to the top. Definitely lots of fuel for fires here. And surfer, this isn't very much snow because I can easily walk through it. Last year we got 2 to 3 feet of snow. I wouldn't be walking through here at all. But yes, I'm definitely walking through a lot of deer tracks right now. Time to switch hands. Yes, Don, even though I'm close to a highway, it's the best situation for me because I'm not out in the middle of the boonies. So if something ever happened to me, like an ambulance needed to come, it's not far to get to my place, and I'm getting older. And so I need easy access to go shopping and things like that. While I would love to not have the background noise, it's still pretty awesome. And this was definitely not here when I moved here. So that's cool to see. Because the only evergreen trees I had on my property when I moved here are the ones that are right in my yard that were planted. So I don't know where the seed blew in from, but that's awesome. Frank is here. Sorry guys, like I said, if I'm not watching the chat, there's only 2 or 3 comments at a time that I see. My phone is tiny. There's a pretty cool turnout for just going for a walk. I've always wanted to do this and just been putting it off and putting it off. So thank you for coming in. I finally got to do it. Now here's a major path. And I know you guys can't tell because it's just snow. But again, they're coming down from the top of the ravine, cutting across. But I guess it does make for easy walking. I don't have to break the snow. I just follow their path. And then here we got more of an opening on the ravine. It's getting thinner because the ravine is almost like a triangle, and right at the top of this is the edge of my hayfield. And every time my dad comes and cuts hay, he always says, "Oh, you have elk laying in the field." I'm like, "What are you talking about? We never see elk." And so my dogs must have been here because now I'm seeing dog tracks. Don't think it would be another, unless it's a coyote, but I'm pretty sure it'd be my dog. I don't think that it's actually elk. I think you would see elk. Even when I come home in the dark, you see the deer in the field. What I do think is, what he said is the depression in the hay was too big for a deer. I'm thinking that it was several deer laying together. No, Sheena, he says it's elk because he's the hunter and he knows. He knows what signs of elk would be, but I just find it hard to believe the elk would be out here. Now, if I was on his farm, I would believe it because we've seen the herds of elk up where he lives. But I mean, he lives out in the boonies. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see a herd of elk running through your land. Yeah, Dark Lord, you're right, probably. I just can't see it being elk because I've never seen them here. Anyway, one day when I start getting my finances in order, oh, look it. Can you see that tree? That was not here when I moved here. That's how rare it is that I go out for walks, and that's what needs to change. I'd like to do this once a weekend because by the time I get home in the winter, it's too dark. I'm not going to go walking in the dark. And if I went live, you wouldn't see anything. But here we go. Having fun. I want to start recording this and having it kind of for myself because if I did this every year, I would notice this tree was naturally planted there years ago. Well, thank you, Debbie. I need to pick a time, Sheena, because I'm so afraid of stepping on other people's toes. And that's what prevents me from going live. But I know Al's live was not a regular live today. And he is one person that is a great supporter of me. I support him. And I know that he's probably in the other live right now. I don't know, where was I in this conversation? It wasn't his regular live. So I'm thinking 11 o'clock Central Time on a Sunday is a good time to go walking. Because if I do work, I like to get it done on Saturday. I moved a bunch of bales yesterday. And if I had a way of recording it and still being able to hold the steering wheel, I would have done that. But it was easier to just get on the tractor and do work yesterday. It got up to like 5 degrees yesterday. It was nice. And there's something in the snow. At noon. Yes, possibly. I'm wondering if, so for the people who are in chat right now, do you go to church Sunday morning and are done by noon? Or do you go to a live? Or do you just not go at all? Is it Deborah or, oh, I'm forgetting his name. Brett. Which one is in here? And Tom. Hello, Tom. Which Tom is here? I think I only know one. Hi, Beth. I should take a survey. That's what I'll do when I'm done with this. I'm going to write up the question about doing a regular Sunday walk. Usually home by 12:30. And I started at about 12:20, I think. I'm going to do a survey, and whoever answers, I know they were the ones that are interested in watching it. And I'll go by what they've said. Because if you're not watching, you're probably not going to answer the question. And so I'll cater to the people who are going to show up. Sounds like a plan. Yes, Don. I think church got spoiled for me a bit because all my life I attended a church that was not in my language. It was all in Ukrainian. So it's kind of like, here, sit still, don't make any noise. And if it was winter, the only way the church was heated was with the wood stove, so you could be freezing. And you didn't understand a word. So I would rather be out here and talk to whoever I need to talk to. What was this comment here? I'm going to go back. I'm asleep normally at 10 or 11. Yes, Sunday afternoons. I wouldn't want to do that because, like I said, I only get daylight till 5. So my afternoons, I want to start doing work outside or house chores. That's another part of getting on this 3 weeks to shred it, getting back into healthy living. If I were to turn the camera on my house, it is disgusting. I don't have a regular set schedule for dishes. Mind you, I don't cook for a family. I'm only cooking for myself. And when it's one plate, I think, oh, I can do tomorrow. Well, tomorrow turns into a week or more. And yes, I used to go to Ridge Life lessons too. I just gotten so behind. I'm not taking care of my home. I was watching too much YouTube. I'm not going to stop supporting the people that I know. Look at this is a steep hill here. I used to take my kids right on this hill to go tobogganing. You can't tell, but let's see if I can walk up this. Oh, I changed the subject and I forgot what I was saying. I need to watch less YouTube and start taking care of myself and my place more. I'm still going to support people, but it might just be press play and walk away. Because what I'm doing is not healthy. And a good example of that was the migraine I gave myself and lived through yesterday. It was all because I pigged out on Friday. Definitely following some kind of scent. Let's see. So now I'm heading back into the direction of the house. I've got 2, 4, 5 dogs. There should be 7, but maybe those 2 are being lazy. That one that's yapping, he yaps no matter what. There's a scent, there's no scent. He yaps and he gets everybody going, and then they're all running and they don't know what they're running after. Hi, Al. So these are really old tracks, but they go from there to there. So I'm wondering if something jumped the fence, because if it was a dog, he would have had to step in between as he ran underneath the fence. And I know my horses never got out. Oh, Neil, again? Did it get worse, you guys? Now there would be a little bit of wind on my mic. That's too bad we can't have clear. I wonder if I got one of those portable mics that clipped onto you. That would be better. Because I know that anytime I go walking outside from now until spring, there's got to be some kind of wind. So one of two things. The wind is affecting it, or my signal isn't that great. Because I'm not right by my house. I'm not on Wi-Fi. I'm depending on the phone service. And the towers aren't that far away, but still, I'm way out in the field. You know, I do have one of those mics, but the thing is, to keep my picture steady, I'm on a gimbal. And if you put the mic on it, it's going to throw the balance off. So it's either clear sound or steady view. And I just got the notification that my battery is running low. I am almost at my house, but in case everything drops, you'll know that that was the end of my walk. But I am walking up to my horses right now. But I wanted to do an hour, but if the battery cuts me out, I'll just leave it at that. I don't think it's good. Well, then it's got to be my bad service or maybe a poor battery. Who knows? This is only a XR iPhone. Rain is looking at me like, who is that in the field? Yes, thank you, Dark Lord, you too. We'll see if a low battery lasts remaining 13 minutes. I also didn't leave the house with a fully charged phone. I should do that next time. Then I know I can get an hour out of it. But the temperature is not always going to be this nice either. So that'll be an experiment if I ever go for a walk when it's minus 20. I did that with my kids when they were young. Boy, did they hate me for that. We did a cookout way at the back of the property. Took some deer meat and a cast iron frying pan, made a fire. It was Can you guys hear me? Yeah, this is how beautiful I look walking in the winter. Um, I think my phone went into safety mode and shut down. And so I'm going to say goodbye. Look for my poll coming out because I'd really like to do this a lot more and like to keep updating you guys on my progress. So yeah, I'm just walking up. It's like an alleyway for my horses. I walked past them, they weren't interested in me. But I have 10% battery and I think the phone just went down to save itself. So I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you all for coming in. And I'll see you probably tomorrow night if you have time to drop into Monday Maggie. Thank you, everyone, for coming to support. We'll see you. And look out for that poll.